Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Flippin' Friday number 8 and we are going to make a double fold pocket tuck with a flip. And this is my prototype here. I've made notes to myself how to attach it to the page and the measurements because this one is not exactly the right size. I goofed up a little bit, but we'll make it correctly here. So I've got a piece of coffee dyed cardstock here, and this is what I'm going to use, and then we will mat it with the background pages. So the first thing I want to do is, and of course I did not measure this, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 3/4. Yeah. So we want to turn this long ways and score at 2 1/2. Just like that. Okay, that's going to give us the pockets, and you can see this one is a little bit, just a tad taller. Alright, so now on this direction we are going to do 2 1/2, 5, is that right? Oh, I already goofed it up. Shoot. Here's a trick. If you score in the wrong place, turn it over and rub out the bump. It may not work perfectly, but because we're matting this, I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Let me measure it again. I measured it right there in front of you, and I still goofed it up. 2 3/4, yeah. Okay. Basically, you're going to do it in half, which is 5 1/2. And then you're going to do 2 3/4, and you want to do 1 2 3/4 here, right? So 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 7 1/2, 8 1/4. Right, okay. All right, so that gives us all the sections that we need. Now, the first thing that I did, because I wanted to use my envelope punch, was I punched the little notches. But if you're going to do a circle punch, you don't need to do it exactly this way. But you're going to want to punch the second one, and because it's 2 1/2, or no, 2 3/4, we want to go 1 3/8. That's where I'm punching. And then the back one I did also at 1 3/8, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay, so the top of section 2 and the right side of section 4, and you know, that's totally up to you if you want what kind of notches or no notches that you want. Okay, now let me see if I can remember the hard stuff. Okay, so we are going to take our scissors, and we're going to come on the inside of the 2 3/4 score line and go up just to that score line there. Okay, so this will end up being a corner tuck. Okay, in fact, to remind myself of that, I'm going to pull out the corner rounder and round it. Okay, so now we have a tuck. Then we are going to, if I remember correctly, do the exact same thing on this side. We are going to come along this side of the score line. We don't want to leave the score line. Okay, we want it cut out, and then that is going to go up. And I had this tuck, I don't know if I did it backwards or what. Let's see. I think the tuck actually goes on this side, so I'm going to do it the same as the other one so that they're facing each other, but you do it how you would like to do it. Alright, so now we have that. Now these two pieces are going to be glued together to form a pocket, so we don't need this piece here, so we're going to cut it off completely, and we're going to cut it off inside, fold this back and cut inside, just along the inside of that bottom score line. Oops. And you can always go back and fix it if you need to, because It's a little tricky to get in this space. Like that. All right. So we've got folding these both ways, not really following the score rules of burying the bump because the folds go both ways. So we are going to have it like this. This will fold up. No, it goes this way. We'll get it. All right. I don't know. What did I do? Did I fold it backwards? I want this on the back, so these go up. And then this folds together. That's how it goes. Okay? That's how it goes. All right? So you have the notch on the right. You fold these up. So let's go ahead and glue those. I'm only gluing one side, which is the outside. Now, if you want to mat this ahead of time, go ahead. I'm not going to. I'm going to mat just the outside. I'm not going to worry about this because I'm going to put tags in there. And this is an idea book. But if you were doing this for a project, you might want to go ahead and either use a pattern paper for this or mat the inside. All right. All right. So I've glued the outside of both of those. Okay, now I'm just going to slide it together for this to make the third page. And I guess I'll flip it because I only need to glue, I don't need to glue this side, but I need to glue this and the bottom. Okay, so I'm flipping it over, and this is something that bugs me, and if it doesn't bug you, then don't worry about it. But I know this is a fold and I don't have to glue here, but it bugs me when I put stuff in the pocket and it doesn't center. So I put glue on both sides and along the bottom, and that way when I put stuff in the pocket, it has the same amount of room. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so there's our front page. You can put a pocket there if you'd like, but I think we're probably just going to mount this because I probably will just tuck this in a pocket. I did put on here that you can attach it on 3 sides, leaving this side open on the side of the page, and then it will just open as a booklet. But I think I will probably tuck it in a pocket so that I can look at it and see how I made it. Yeah, the reason you go on this side of the score line is so that that doesn't fold over. If it's bothering you, you can trim it a little bit more, but that's basically our book. So let's find a little piece. Oh, I forgot the flap. Where does the flap go? Okay, the flap can go anywhere you want it. I mean, you can put it on the side, you can put it wherever. I'm going to use my cutter to trim this up a little bit more evenly than I did with my scissors. Okay, and same thing on that other side. I'd like it to be even, and I know this fold is going to be even, so I'm cutting off about 1/8 of an inch here. Make that a little bit smaller. And I'm going to round the corners of the flip. You don't have to. And then you can put the flip wherever you want. You could put it here. You could put it, I think I'm going to put it up here actually, because that's where I had intended to put it last time. You could leave it, and I think this is what I'm going to do. I am going to glue about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch at the top, if the glue will come out. On my prototype, I put it on the side, but you wouldn't have to. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay, I'm going to put it at the back of that middle page, gluing it at the top, and now it's not only a flip, but it's underneath going to be a tuck. Okay, so I'll be able to put some stuff in there. And I think I am going to trim this a little bit more, only because when it's coming a little close. So when you're trimming inside of that score line on those outside pieces, maybe go in 1/8 of an inch. That way it give you a little bit more area for that piece. All right, so let's put a couple of pieces. I'm not going to mat the whole thing, but I do want to give it, I'm going to use this paper clip just to hold that down while we're working on this. And let's decorate that cover. Let's see, that looks like it's the same size, so I'm going to take off 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch from there. Sometimes I don't measure, guys. Alright, it'd be easier if I could see where the 1/4 inch is. Oh goodness, needs to go all the way down to the bottom. No, I need to be inside that 1/4 of an inch, so I need to be on this side. Goodness. And take 1/4 of an inch off this side. Okay, that should work. Keep these little strips because they're coming up. A good use for those. Alright, so then this can go on the front of this. Nice. Okay. And I don't think actually I don't think I'm gonna fill up anything else, and I'll tell you why. We've got some things coming up that need a place to go, and I'll be able to tuck those inside. Now, is there a right way around? No, not really. Okay. Just stick that in the middle. And get as much glue on me as I possibly can. There we go. So maybe I will go ahead and glue this in the book because I think it's pretty, I pretty much know how it's attached. Oh look, see, it's the same paper there. So I'm going to glue that on 3 sides, and I'm going to glue it in the middle. I'll be able to tuck something under there if I want. Actually, I think I'm going to leave the tuck on this side. No. Yes, because there's a notch here to get into this pocket. Okay, so it'll open like that, and I am going to glue, leaving this side open. And won't be able to put anything past this area, but there we go. Like so. Okay, I'm going to stick that, well, I think I'm going to stick it right about center. Just like that. Hold that for a second. And then we will use this as a closure for now. Oh, I didn't want to put it in the glue. Let's do it on this side where it's open. And then we'll come back because maybe we'll put a closure here or something later, but that'll take care of us for now. So that is Flippin' Friday number 8. I hope you enjoyed that. Check out Corey's channel. All the information for Corey's playlist and her channel and her Etsy and everything you can find through the link below. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.